welcome you inside Adelard Arena here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and it's time to dish out some medals. The bronze medal game between Fairfield Prep Jesuits and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Matt Jones in the broadcast booth. Thank you so much for tuning in today, wherever you might be. We hope that you are safe, well, and warm, and ready to go from exciting hockey action. Fairfield Prep in the white with the red trim, Bishop Guertin in the green. It's the number ones in net, Isaac Kastner for the Cardinals, Zach Meehan for the Jesuits. And we're underway in the first period of play. Today's game brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 30 at NCAA sports. Proudly looking to play at the next level. Be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Attempt there from the 22 of Graham Mishner. Flip that. For the 22 of Devin Young, went really nowhere. It pops back up for Huntington, and a whistle and offside is called. It has all become a blur for us as we are in game number 11 of 12. As the 2022, the 25th Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic comes to a conclusion, and so too does 2022. Off of the backside boards, this one gets looped around, trying to move this one for the Jesuits. That's the 21 of Blake Baxay. Baxay comes all the way back out for Helensky. Helensky pushing that one in. Helensky getting a shove, and the 17 of Helensky and Stephen Toome having a little chirp from each other. Keeley off of the side boards and punched all the way back in. It wraps around. And the 9 of Aiden Kelly picks that one up off of the Jesuits bench area, and it slides down, and a save to be made by Zach Meehan. $13 and change left to go here in the first. One game left in the tournament following us, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, as that will be the gold medal match. And it's Fairfield Co-op against St. Joseph, New York. In the corner for the 12 of James Mantone. Pops back out in front. Opportunity there for Adrian Ostragi. And Ostragi couldn't get a full piece to it. That one may have hit the Jesuits bench. It did. We'll get a stoppage of play. Brooks Reynolds in traffic as he tries to get that one forward for Jackson Hicks. Back for Reynolds. Reynolds bodied out along the sideboards. Puck pops free into the corner. Picked back up by Hicks once again. Hicks is bodied out of the play there. And 24 of Sam Clausen. Tie up. Sees Connor Reed going to the ice surface. And the puck comes the other way. Ryan Kelly for the Guertin Cardinals, as it gets pushed around. Back out at the neutral zone. Kept by Lucas Carpy. Carpy will dump that one back in. Line change for the Jesuits. Comes back up top. Zach McCarthy. Save made by Kastner. Getting taken down was the 20 of Hudson Wingate as he ties up with a Guertin player. Shot, score! Sliding puck through the zone. Owen McNicholas puts the Jesuits on the board, 1-0. Zach McCarthy is going to get the assist. And a fairly quick start for Fairfield Prep in this third place game. Popped up into the seating section. That one gets kicked to the side. Back through to the blue line area. Wingate keeps it in, and a deflection that came off the stick of Huntington and went high. Chased all the way down, icing negated. Picked back up here by Wingate. Carpy. As this one pings off of the sideboards, comes back in the neutral zone, moved by Austin Abbott as he looks across for Aiden Kelly. Kelly off of the sideboards. 15 in front is Logan Vogel, and it's pushed aside. Vogel again, and that one right over top of Meehan's shoulder. Keeley in the corner. Peeled out by Fairfield and carried. Murphy with a head of steam through open ice at center. James Murphy continues to work with Dunn. Drops off. And a shot from Donnelly, and it's kicked aside by Kastner. And icing will be called. So a face-off will come down in front of Kastner. As this one gets cycled back around the backside boards, comes out of the zone for Colin Rourke. Rourke tries to drop that one as he was looking for some help from the 23 of Cosmo Ciano. Ciano and Rourke continuing to battle along the sideboards. Popped in the center for Keeley. Wasn't able to control it. Carried back the other way by Baxay. Baxay fired one, and then a second attempt that came from Murphy's stick. For Ciano. Off of the pads of Meehan. Right back on front, flex shot, still a loose puck that pops around. And it will be peeled off and sent back by Baxay. Looping around and back for Chris Sola. And it deflects up into the netting, and we get a stoppage of play. 9 left to go in a fast-paced, fervent first period. A double dose of Fairfield to close this tournament. Fairfield Prep, now Fairfield Co-op to come. Icing as Biggles chased that one down in the zone. For the 11 of McNicholas, who... Sorry, my apologies. Check that one. The 11 of Noah Cordiero trying to carry that one through. Off the sideboards, Bennett Walker for Fairfield. Down in the corner, Zach Greer I'm getting myself all mixed up now. To the 14 of Crissola. It has been a long tournament week for us. Now Zach Greer involved in the play. Greer will pump that one down around the backside boards to the opposite 14 of Crissola. And then Bennett Walker taps back into the zone defensively. Four games on Tuesday, 4 games Wednesday, and 4 today. 12 games in the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic. As Kastner will hold on to that one. And all said and done, we would have produced about 24 hours of hockey. In 3 days. And we've been here for all of it. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Tapped back for Greer. Sends that one all the way down. It's going to get picked up. On the backside, boards looking for it was Connor Reed. Comes back instead. 25 in white. As Lucas Carpy as he gets wiped out of the play. Jackson Hicks to the other side for the 10 of Brian Loken. And icing is called. Controlled by Bishop Guertin right in front, and that one's kicked aside by Meehan twice as they're trying to pepper the net. Off of the edge of the stick of Vogel, and it's carried back down by McNicholas. Kicked aside from Kastner. McNicholas dispossessed from Rourke. Came all the way back to the blue line. That was fired in hard for Malinsky. And a whistle, and he stopped to play, and offside has been called. Off the sideboards, and it cycles all the way back down. Picked by Woodward. Woodward sends that one in. Deflected back by Guertin. Good defensive stop from Ponto along the blue line. Carried by Huntington. McNicholas over-skated that one, and it comes back the other way craftfully for John Mantone. Mantone drops back for Ciano. Ciano carries across the backside boards, dispossessed of the puck. It's cleared out to the blue line area, kept in on a good kick save from Ryan Kelly. Pushing and shoving around the boards area, no call from the referees on the fisticuffs occurring, and the puck slides all the way down. We get a stoppage of play on icing. 5 left to go here in the first. Baxey. Donnelly. Dumped down. And no call from the officials. Headed the other way goes the 23 of Ciano. And he left one sitting on the doorstep. It's back for Clausen. And now we're going to get a whistle. And now Bishop Guertin is going to have the 23 of Ciano in the box for slashing. Four and a half left to go here in the first. And a 2-minute penalty to Bishop Guertin for slashing to Cosmo Ciano is going to put Fairfield on the power play for the first time today. Face-off won by Guertin, and they throw that one all the way down. Controlled behind by Fairfield and then taken out by Baxey. Sent right back in smartly. Aiden Kelly there defensively in the neutral zone for Guertin. Baxey. Slots one through for Huntington. Down in the corner for Murphy as it comes back around up top, and a shot that will be shepherded in by Kastner. Off of the backboards. Kept in by Woodward. Woodward. Into the corner. And then back to Woodward again. Fires that one for the point. Swept away after it came off of Kastner's chest pad. 53 seconds left to go in the advantage. 3 and change left to go here in the period. This one's going to cycle all the way back around for Woodward again. Corner for Melansky. Pushing for it is Ashragi right in front. That one's going to come all the way up and go down and around. That was shepherded by Meehan behind his own net. 25 seconds remaining in the advantage as we cross into the final 3 to go here in the period. Looping for it is McCarthy. Left one sitting on the doorstep. And it comes all the way back around. Helensky from distance, and Kastner made the save, but it was loose in front of the net. Helensky from distance. Kastner kicks that one high into the corner. Penalty is expired. Box empty. We play 5 aside, 2 and change. McNicholas. And Kastner again kicks one away. Fairfield Prep clearly out shooting Bishop Guertin here in this first period. Only able to solve Kastner once. They have the 1 goal on the board from Owen McNicholas. That one's going to pop into the net out of play. And a stoppage of play. Brazilian soccer star. the Pele, like the old Brazilian soccer star. He died. Yeah. 1:55 left to go here in the first. Hard shot that came from 14 of Sola, and that one's kicked aside by Kastner. This one's taken away by Clausen. Clausen carrying it out of the zone for Guertin. Clausen into the corner. We'll look back and try to see if he can get some help from Rourke. Rourke taps that one back into the corner, peeled out instead by Cordiero. Shepherded aside for a moment by Meehan. And then this one pops back in the blue line, kept for a second there by Cordiero. And it pops back up. Donnelly gloves it down, brings it into the zone for Fairfield Prep. Drop back pass for Murphy. On the stick of Rourke as he carries through. Was looking for Isaac Adaraga. Could not complete. Adaraga taps that one off his stick. No one back there as Baxey comes away with it for Fairfield. Baxey tied up on the backside boards by Aiden Kelly. Dropped it off, and Abbott was able to work it defensively for the Cardinals. Sent all the way back down into the zone again by Dylan Loken. With the final 30 seconds to go in the period, long distance pass for Huntington. Huntington got stood up at the line by Kelly. As this one's going to spin all the way back, will be picked up by Connor Reed. No icing called as they'll loop this one around the backside boards. Huntington, nothing doing there as it pops up again. Good clearance from Madaraga. As the horn will sound with the puck on the stick of Dylan Loken, and we're through one. Fairfield Prep, 1-0 after one.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Period number 2. As Fairfield Prep leads Bishop Guertin 1-0. And this consolation final winner will be third place overall in the tournament. Fourth place to the defeated side. Championship game still to come. St. Joe's, New York. And Fairfield Co-op in the final side. Backside boards as this one's wrapped around. Penalty boxes are empty. We play 5-a-side here to start the second period. As it's kicked around the backside boards. Fairfield Prep trying to get it out of the zone. Bishop Guertin trying to keep it in. Hard shot. And is saved by Meehan. into the corner for Alinsky to battle for it alongside the 17 in green and gold of Stephen Toom. The two of them, and that one's going to cause a penalty as Alinsky's arms go up into Toom's head and the bucket pops off. Now we'll get 2 minutes for a high sticking, and it's going to put Bishop Guertin on the power play. Controlled by Kelly. In the corner for Ciano. Arm goes up. Penalty is going to get called. Power play is going to get negated. As Stephen Toom, who was the party involved in Alinsky hitting him, commits a cross-checking penalty, and we're 4-on-4. A little bit of a makeup call, perhaps. We don't know. We'll just speculate. There's some people that were calling for coincidentals to have been called in the issue between Alinsky and Toom. Oh, the fun of hockey. Hudson Wingate for the Jesuits, as that one cycles all the way down, icing will get called. .39 left to play here in the second. Apologies on the clock error there. .120 on one penalty, .130 on the other penalty. As it comes all the way down, Braden Kelly. Picked back up by Keeley. Tim Keeley flings that one around and wide of everything. Kelly drops one off. Slot pass came across from Ciano. This one will get picked up on the opposite side boards and carried by Bagels. Looking across for Huntington. It's a 25 of Lucas Carpy on the opposite side. Drops that one back around for McNicholas. Carpy missed the shot. Huntington pinned on the back boards. Comes back through and will be sent all the way down off of the backside boards. Icing called. Quick shot right off of the face-off had Kastner drawn. Mantone. Back through the neutral zone, and it's carried by Baxay. Kind of read defensively as he pushes that one forward. And it'll be looped around and comes back. Baxay at the blue line tried to push that one across for James Murphy. Penalty boxes are empty. We play 5 aside and offside called. Off of the sideboards, it cycles all the way down. Connor Reed picks it up. With a 2 of Ryan Kelly and dumped into the corner. Biggles sends that one forward. Now Biggles back into the corner again for Fairfield as he'll pick that one up. Sends it all the way down the sideboards. Was looking to try to get to the 9 of Brooks Reynolds. Now he finally does, and Reynolds taps that one all the way down. Max McKenna chasing it into the corner. McKenna collides with his own teammate, Hicks. And the puck to the backside for Zach Greer to move that one along. And then back into the center for Woodward. Ten and change left to go here in the second. Still the 1-0 scoreline for Fairfield Prep score in the first period. Loken. Save made by Meehan. Draw play on the face-off as Bishop Guertin trying to take a shot. That one's going to hit the side of the net on the opposite way from Vogel. Woodward wraps it around as they try to release out on the opposite side. Collision with the referee. And that dispossessed Connor Reed. Or actually, it's the 6 of Artina Shraggy. Dropped back behind as Fairfield tries to exit the zone. McNicholas through the center and an attempt from McCarthy. McNicholas will pick this one up in the neutral zone, carried across. Lenski for McNicholas. Dancing with it, sends it back through for Huntington. Off the sideboards at the neutral zone, trying to get picked up by Vogel. Comes back for Mantone. He'll leave that one for Devin Young. Young trying to go through, right back in center, and Vogel, an opportunity that popped just wide of the post. Huntington the other way for Fairfield as he's worked off of the play on the backboards. Carried out of the zone by Ashragi. Back into the neutral zone, and it's poke checked off the stick of Ciano. Will scoot all the way down, and icing will get called. And from icing one way to icing the other way. Eight left to play here in the second. Pop fly, we'll call that. And Kastner grabs it. With a head of steam and getting dumped down to the ice was the 23 of Ciano. Fairfield the other way. Keeley. Now for the 21 in white of Baxay. And it's stopped by Kastner. Through the neutral zone and then pushed back by Reynolds around the backside boards at the blue line, and a hard shot that gets fired from Biggles at the point. Delayed offsides negated, everybody's out of the zone. Puck continues to bounce around, and now we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play on a hand pass. And this one will cycle all the way down for Jackson Levasseur, and that one scoots past, and icing will get negated. So deflection somewhere in the process of the play. Kicks this one around. Right back out in front as that one came flying off the edge for the 14 of Greer. Trying to go for the wraparound off of the post. Baxay, and he's going to say yes, goal. They're going to give the goal to Blake Baxay. It's going to be 2-0 Fairfield. Huh? 2-0 Fairfield on an absolutely controversial goal by Blake Baxay. And Baxay now headed the other way, and that one's in. In a span of 15 seconds, this game is blown up into 3-0. And James Murphy credited for his second. Baxay headed the other way, and the net off of its moorings will stop play. As it continues around, and we're trying to take a look at the Baxay goal. that got called, and it's a wraparound. It hit off of the post and came right out into the blue, and you can see plenty of blue around that one. Never clearly saw it cross the line. There's absolutely no clear indication that it crossed the line. Up off of the sideboards. Connor Reed as he keeps this one in the zone. Back across, shot, score! This game has gotten blown wide open. It's 4-0 Fairfield Prep. There's no 26. Should be 25. Look at this Carfee. The one credited for the goal from Connor Reed. And a lot to be discussed on the intermission of this one. Carried by Zach McCarthy. McCarthy all the way down will stop. Fires that one. Pulled in by Kastner in a stoppage of play. For the 11 of Cordiero. Into the backside board. Cordiero wraps this one around, coming from the point, and a shot that gets deflected up into the netting. There goes the stoppage of play. Dancing with it the other way is Max McKenna. McKenna pinned along the Zamboni doors. Flicked back out to the blue line, kept in though by Fairfield as a big hit goes from the 5 of Austin Abbott against the 15 of Max McKenna. Chris Sola on the opposite blue line corner keeps that one in. Looping all the way around. 28 is Ralph Biggles at the blue line as he keeps that one in. And we're going to say that a lot on this Fairfield team. Icing will get called. We'll get a stoppage play. Seventeen is Zelensky as he dumps that one down behind the Bishop Guertin net. For the 5 of us, sorry, for the 4 of Mike Ponto. And then picked back up, carried in, Baxay. Drops that one back for Donnelly. James Murphy. As it's flicked up high from the 2 of Colin Woodward and into the nets. Linsky, Woodward, Off of the 6 of Ashragi and then off of the edge of Kastner. Along the backside boards. DeLuca. Two and a half left here in the period as this one's kept in the zone by Woodward. And Rourke pulls it out and will just carry it all the way down. Line change for Bishop Guertin. And that one's easily kicked aside by Mann. Icing not called, as it will get picked up by Lavasser. No, he did. That was a very light whistle. .157 left to go as Max McKenna shoves that one all the way down into the corner, comes back for Brooks Reynolds. And he whistling a stoppage of play, and we'll get a face-off down in the corner. I'm going to bring this one outside of the zone. Bishop Guertin's all standing around like the face-off is going to be down in the corner. We thought so too. And decided to take that one outside the zone. Carpy. Pops high. And comes back down the opposite way. Chasing it into the corner is Vogel. Vogel gets run into the boards hard by Wingate. The final 90 seconds to go here in the period. And it pops back out in center for Kelly. Wingate in the corner wraps that one around. Kept at the blue line and popped up into the glass area. And the attempt from Jackson Lavasser. And a whistle and a hooking call has been made. So Will Donnelly to the box, 2 minutes for hooking. With 1:03 left to play here in the second. A 4-0 Fairfield Prep scoreline. It was 1-0 at the beginning of this period. They have potted 3. Kelly will chase it. For the 9 of Aiden Kelly. Ryan Kelly. All the way across. And Sam Clausen. For Ciano on the backside board. Up top for Ryan Kelly. Ciano in the corner. Back for Kelly. Shoots one. It gets caught up in traffic. It bodies into the pipe of Jackson Hicks. Ciano fires and the horn sounds, and we're ending 2. $4-0 Fairfield after 2. 1 period left to play in the third place game of the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic. You're watching the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! High kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
As we welcome you back inside Adelard Arena, 4-0 Fairfield Prep after 2 as we get set for the third period of action against the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Winner of this game comes away with third place overall in the tournament. And the 31 of James Heber, one of the Fairfield backup goaltenders over there, having a little bit of fun wearing a Pikachu hat on top of his helmet right now. All jokes on the Fairfield Prep bench as they lead this game 4-0. I don't even know where he came out with the Pikachu hat from all of a sudden. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com. 4-0 Fairfield. 1 in the first, 3 in the second. And a pair of penalties at score on the backside doorstep. Bishop Guertin breaks the bagel on the side of the scoreboard. It'll be 4-1. And a power play goal from the 15 of Logan Vogel. Abbott and Mantone are going to get the assists. Still a minute 7 of penalty time. And a chance to see if they can pull this one to 4-2 perhaps. Mantone to the corner. All right, Vogel. Mantone behind. Devin Young. Mantone fired one. That one got deflected up high. That's the 16 of John Mantone. Out there on that last shift. 33 seconds of power play time remaining. Face off won by Fairfield. This is going to get dumped all the way down. Waste a few seconds of power play time off. This one comes back out. Will be peeled around and then dumped across. As Cosmo Ciano trying to look for space to run. Sam Clausen picks this one up. Loops back behind. Clausen holding as he goes for Aiden Kelly. Kelly up top in the final 5 seconds of power play time. Clicks off of the stick of Murphy. Penalty expires. We're back 5 aside hockey. And it'll get sent all the way down by Helensky. Icing will be the stoppage of play. championship game follows at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or thereabouts as Fairfield Co-op takes on St. Joe's, New York, and then we bid farewell to the 25th Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic as snagged out of the air by Meehan. Carried out of the zone craftily by Carpy. Carpy, one of the 4 goal scorers for Fairfield Prep. Pinned along the sideboards, trying to get it free. Was McCarthy. McCarthy comes away with it. Drops that one for Huntington. Huntington carries it in. Huntington firing through the legs. O'Rourke may have gotten a piece of the side of his boot and went off into the corner. Long distance attempt that will bounce and be snagged by Kastner. Carpy was looking for another one to add to the tally. Kept in at the blue line by DeLuca. Wraps all the way around to the back side. Walker on the opposite corner. Picked that one up. Scoots back in the neutral zone. Trying to go forward was James Mantone for Bishop Guertin. Puck pops up, gloved down, and kept by Aiden Kelly. Kelly along the sideboards as he cycles that one up for Mantone. Mantone's going to dump it all the way down. Chasing it is going to be Cordiero. And that one hit someone in the midst of this. We're going to get a penalty. And they're going to say that Stephen Toom is going to get called for high sticking. So Toom in the box, 2 minutes for high sticking, and puts Fairfield Prep on the power play. Loops around, comes back for Woodward. Colin Woodward keeps that one in, dumps down into the corner, hard shot, and a save made by Kastner. Woodward out on the corner for Murphy. Loops that around the backside boards. Held for a second by Baxay. I think he lost what he was doing. Woodward fired off of the post and up into the netting and out of play. 1:26 remaining on the advantage. 10:46 left to go here in regulation. Dumped all the way down. Will be shepherded by Meehan. Off of the backboards. It looped around for Baxay. Blake Baxay has had quite a day for Fairfield Prep as he continued to draw that one. Baxay dropped it. Went all inside, score! Baxay on the drop back pass to Will Huntington. And it's 5-1 Fairfield Prep. James Murphy's going to get an assist as well on that one. Still streaking through the way. As Ralph Biggles works with it. Back into the neutral zone now. Chris Sola chases after this one. Scooped by Cordiero. Cordiero trying to go to net, and he's run out of the play. Comes all the way back at the point. Ponto. That one right in front. Still Cordiero trying to poke at it. Back for Ponto again. It was down in the corner for Rourke. And that'll be peeled out and sent all the way down by Jackson Hicks. James Mantone for Ponto behind his own net. Line changes ensue for both sides. Penalty box is empty. 9 aside. Left to play here in the period. Rourke looped around and carried out of the zone by Carpy. For McCarthy. Zach McCarthy dumps this one down. And it gets peeled back. Hard shot. Scooting through after it went off of the edge of the glove of Kastner. And they're going to whistle the play. And we're going to get coincidentals. Two minutes each for roughing to Zach McCarthy and Austin Abbott. Cutting all the way around. Picked up by Loken on the opposite side. Behind the cage. Arm went up and then down from the referee and then up and down again. And we could have gotten a couple of delayed calls, both of them negated. Ashragi as sliding into the boards with the 16 of DeLuca. It comes back the other way on the stick of Ryan Kelly for Guertin. Zach McCarthy right back at the point. And this one, and McCarthy got dumped down after the play. Or no, apologies on that. Check that. It's the 20 of Hudson Wingate who got dumped down. And they're going to call. They're going to call both Hudson Wingate and Dylan Loken for unsportsmanlike conduct. So a lot of penalties assessed here in the third period as we continue on. 5-1 for Fairfield Prep. 7 and change left to play. Off of the backboards. And this one will get held, and fisticuffs occur again right in front of the net of Meehan. Delayed offsides, negated as it will get picked up by Biggles, and it's sent all the way down. Baxay. Corner for Murphy. Murphy gets bumped into, stick dispossessed, slashing call coming, and there's going to be a party in the penalty box. The two of Ryan Kelly goes into the box. Three players in the Bishop Guertin box, two in the Fairfield Prep box. And we play with 7 left to go. Right in front, and that one got flipped up from Huntington. Nothing doing. Behind the Fairfield net is the 17 of Walensky. Baxay with a head of speed carries this one out. Baxay going for a wraparound. Will hold on to it. Kicks up off of the 6 of Colin Rourke. Baxay. Hard shot that came off of the stick of Murphy. Deflected into the corner and sent all the way down as Guertin tries to clear the zone. A minute left remaining on the minor penalty assessed. As we have coincidentals that will involve expiration of time plus a whistle for them to be released. Behind the net, Murphy for Huntington. And this one will scoot all the way down off of the stick of Meehan as he shepherds that one to the side. Linsky. Rourke wraps it around. No icing called as that one goes all the way down. 10 seconds remaining in the advantage. 5 left to go here in regulation. Collision between the two of Colin Woodward and a Bishop Guertin player, the 15 of Logan Vogel. Minor penalty is expired and offside is called. And all of the penalties expire. And we are back to 5-a-side hockey. Or not, because on the face-off, collision involves James Mantone heading to the box 2 minutes for interference. Hooking called on the face-off. And so to the box goes the 10 of Zach McCarthy. Four on four. And a 3-second differential between penalties. As the puck bounces around in the neutral zone, kicked all the way down into the Fairfield Prep defensive end. Up for the 6 of Artina Stragi. Ralph Bagels as it goes all the way around the backside. if this was a 1-goal game, I might feel differently about how the last 3 minutes have played out. The fact that it's a 4-goal game at 5-1 right now, let it roll. Just let the game roll. To the 25 of Lucas Carpy as he comes all the way through. Carpy backhanded, and that one got kicked aside by Kastner. Getting dumped down was Aiden Kelly at center ice as it comes back for Austin Abbott. Abbott will cycle that one across to Kelly. For Logan Vogel. And then off of the blocker pad of Meehan. Rides up the backside of the boot of Abbott. Carried in by Woodward. Hits on the board between Woodward and the 9 of Aiden Kelly. And the puck flies free in the zone and comes back for Woodward again. Streaking pass across, looking for Donnelly. For the 16 of Matt DeLuca. As it wraps around the backside. McCarthy in front. McCarthy a second time. That one hit glass up over top of the net. Penalty boxes are empty. We play 5-a-side for the final 2:20. Mantone. Save made by Meehan. Yard sale on the 7 of Bennett Walker. Rourke around the back side, and it bounces down the dasher boards, and it's going to get chased. They're going to whistle this one an icing. That was the cross style. That was yard to the blue line. And back into the zone defensively. Bishop Guertin trying to get it out. They're stuck in the back corner. Kept at the line again by Wingate. And that one may have gotten a piece of net as it deflected up, and we'll get a stoppage of play. 93 seconds separating Fairfield Prep from third place. Cross for Biggles on the opposite side as he pushes it back into the zone. Fighting for it is Murphy along the side boards. Peeled out by Baxley and sent all the way down. Was the 2. Brian Kelly. Kept to the blue line, fired in craftfully there by the 14 of Sola. And it's kicked aside by Kastner. Last minute of play in regulation as a 5-1 scoreline stands for Fairfield Prep to walk out of here with third place. This one will get swept away. Sola in the corner. We'll pick it back up. Cycles around. Carried through for Huntington. Drops back for McNicholas. McNicholas popped one across. And McCarthy was trying to go for one more. And a huge hit. Has a stick go flying and a player lying on the ice. And the 24 of Huntington. And he is in deep trouble. And that's going to be it. They're just going to run off the clock, and that's going to be the end of the game. Fairfield Prep's going to win 5-1 over Bishop Guertin and take third place in the Mount Tournament in a very auspicious ending. And we hope that the Fairfield Prep player will be okay as he's taken off by the training staff. Jesuits win 5-1. They've got third place. You're watching the Mount St. Charles Holiday Classic on Fans Only Sports Network.